Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. In this one I'll be talking you through how to create a cool sort of stylized puzzle piece design like this. You want an original sort of background image. For this one I just sort of played on the angel sort of devil theme. So as you can see, this is the example that I have. It's super basic. You guys can use whichever photo you want. You just want to put your photo in. I just googled statue, woodlands, and then sort of demon, blurred it out a bit, just sort of added it all in into one cohesive design, just like I have here. And this is going to be basically be your backbone of your design. So whatever image you want to use, just drag it in and start editing with whatever you want to add, and start playing around with all sorts of color things, which is what I'm going to show you how I did mine. So I just added in a bunch of brightness and contrast layers, played around with this. So I added a brightness and contrast, changed them both to -50. I then added in a exposure layer, changed all of these exposure layers to something generic just for now, because I will be changing them at a later date. I'll be playing around with the sliders, see if I can find something that's more along the lines of what I was wanting, with the yellow and the purple / pink color. So I'm just adding in all sorts of filters, as you can see here, adding in yellows, purples, going through all the different blending modes, adding photo filters. As you can see, that gave me the sort of look that I was going for. And then with a bit more playing around, I ended up with a design that looked a bit more like this, which is basically that entire design I've just walked you through there. Plus I added a half tone pattern over the top of the original image, and then added the colors back in, and it added more of a sort of patchy pinpoint to the design, which sort of made it look like a crosshatch sort of thing, which looked really cool. So I then exported that background design as a JPEG. You guys will obviously be exporting your own design unless you want to use mine. It's all in the Google Drive link in the description. If you want to use mine, go ahead. But you can, once you've played around with that background image, you just want to export that as a JPEG like I did here. I'm then not saving that. You can save it if you want. Might be good if you want to change it in the future. I then create a new blank document. I added my rulers in so I can tell where the middle is. I then put in that background image that is going to be the base, and then this is basically how you create the puzzle effect. So you add in this puzzle texture, and you want to change your image to linear burn, and as you can see, it's added in all the little puzzle piece lines. So basically, using that same thing, you just want to go through and with your lasso tool, I believe it is the where is it, the magnetic lasso tool, and just go around all these little sections. Take out your image so you can see just the white, and go around all the little black lines that you want to keep, that you want to get rid of from your image. So you just want to go through like I am here, go around all the sections that you want to keep, and sort of, and then go on the clipping mask next to your picture and use the black brush tool to basically rub out your picture, leaving these designs in the background. go. So once you've got all your puzzle pieces cut out, you then want to create some sort of rogue puzzle pieces that are going to be sort of not connected to anything, just sort of out in the blue. Obviously this is a very rough design of the template that I'm giving you. If you want to take many more hours, you can make this look very, very cool. I'm just quickly sort of running through the tutorial of the general idea that I used to create this for you. So you then, I basically selected the clipping mask next to the picture using the command and then select button, and then select inversing it on a different layer. So I then copy, so I basically, on the picture next to it, the clipping mask, I pressed command, clicked it, copied and pasted it onto a new layer. I then selected that layer the same way and select inversed it, and then added that black color. So that is quite of a tricky step, but once you've got that, you then want to add in this texture. You guys can use whichever sort of route you want to go down. I just thought this texture fit with the sort of cardboard theme that I was going for in the background, trying to make it look like almost like a ripped jigsaw kind of thing. I then am just playing around with all the colors, so I added a color overlay over the top of that, which I made sort of into a mossy sort of grey-green color that you can see me using right here. And that basically just makes it, again, look more like realistic sort of jigsaw pieces. I then just changed the blending mode to linear burn. As you can see, keeps the texture but alters the color slightly, which is what we're going for. And the main step of adding that black color was to get rid of all of those lines that you can see have gone between the different puzzle pieces. You can see that on the bit that we've cut out, all those lines are gone, and that is where you basically want to put your text. So I added a bevel and emboss here. I thought it made it look like a more realistic sort of jigsaw with the sort of indented sort of outlines, and then just adding a bit of text. This is obviously a very rough version, just so you can see the process I went through with making it. I obviously made the top bit wider so the text fit on much better, but you guys will be using different images. The key tip with this design is to not block off the main sections of the imagery that you're wanting to use. As you can see, I sort of stuck to half the demon, didn't touch the angel at all really. That is what you are aiming for in this, because it is very hard. As you can see here, I'm showing you just how hard it is to go back and edit that once you've already added in the texture, added in the colors, done all the hard part. It's hard to go back in and edit that, because it'll end up with these white pieces that won't really fit properly, and it will end up a little bit of a mess. So you want to make sure you take the time and cut out all the individual puzzle pieces you definitely want to keep. Make sure you leave space for your text and all that sort of stuff, so you avoid the issue that I'm explaining here, because it is a bit of a tricky issue to solve, as you've got to basically get rid of half the design, go back like 4 steps to just add it all back in. It's a nightmare. So you want to avoid that at all costs, if you guys can, so you avoid these white pieces sticking through. And then hopefully once you guys have come up with your clean designs, you'll end up with something that looks along the lines of this example here, which is a really, really cool way of displaying artwork. It's also really good for poster designs. If you ever had a film cover or a film poster design that you want to use this for, it works great for that. You can use real life images, you can use anything you want for the background, and then just add in the puzzle pieces where you see fit. That is the finished tutorial. I hope everyone enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and make sure to check out my website, which will be on screen now. If you want to pick up some cool sort of clothing designs, I may do a design along this theme to sort of showcase this puzzle effect that I really like. So please stay tuned, sign up with your email over there so you never miss out, as I try and get as many designs as I can up there for you guys to see. And we are also going to be having a separate channel that's got nothing to do with design work. It's going to be a footballing channel. Me and the boys are starting a football team, 6-a-side. That is on screen now. If you guys want to go over there, subscribe, and then go over to the Instagram, the Facebook, and the Twitter, and just show your support. I'm sure everyone in the group will really appreciate that, as videos will be coming very soon to do with that. So you guys will have this content plus footballing content as well. So I think it'll be a really nice mix for you guys. So without further ado, enjoy your day, and I'll see everyone in the next video.